KC9VKV,
Station, come back one more time with a call sign.
Alpha Foxtrot 4 Echo Delta.
Alpha Foxtrot, what's the name there?
Joe. Alpha Foxtrot 4 Echo Delta.
Might have a little bit better copy on you on the Rochester SDR. Come back and let me hear you.
A little bit better copy on you on the Rochester SDR. Come back and let me hear you.
No, I don't. I do not. We're located near Louisville, Kentucky. We're just across the river from Louisville. So I am monitoring. I get the best signal on you on my local radio. Roger, roger.
Okay. Let me try compression again.
Yeah, maybe come up on that mic and let me hear you up on the mic and see what we got there.
Okay, is that any better?
Oh yeah, well I don't know if conditions have changed or what, but you really popped up that transmission, Roger.
Well, I just got this IC7300. I know about 10% of the functions on it, trying to learn that. And I had accidentally turned compression off when you were talking to John a few minutes ago. And how's this sound?
Well, you're pumping up there, Roger. Now, the first thing you want to do is make sure that radio's in the widest mode possible. That's the 100 to 2900 mode. Roger, roger.
I'm sorry, that's a little over my head.
Okay, well, you have width adjustments. Unfortunately, the 7300 has got quite a few width adjustments, but you have one on your compressor and you have one on your EQ. All those need to be in the 100 to 2900 selection, Roger. Now, if you don't have them all selected, then if you just have one the other way, it will default to that one. So you just want to run that 7300 in the widest mode possible, Roger.
Roger. Yeah, I've got the instruction book here, and once you and I are through talking, I will have the width adjustment for all the audio features between 100 and 2900 and close to the high end.
That's a roger. Now, on your compressor, you want to run a 3. Set that compressor on a 3, Roger.
Yeah, right now I backed it down from 5 to 3.
Okay, now you want to go to your ALC and see what your ALC meter is reading when you transmit. And you want to have your mic gain control in hand so that you can adjust your ALC for mid-scale to 2/3 deflection. Roger?
Roger on that.
Do you want to just take notes and do it later?
I got the notes, and yeah, right now the ALC is what I'm talking about 50%.
All right, turn your mic gain up until you're running about 2/3. Turn your mic gain up until you're running about 2/3 with about 3 clicks on your compressor, which you already have, I think.
Okay, I turned mic gain up to 82.
Okay, the actual number of the mic gain isn't important. What is important is what your ALC reading is. You want to just turn your mic gain up to where your ALC is running between 1/2 and 2/3, maybe leaning more towards 2/3. Roger?
Roger. Gotcha. I'm not going to do it here. I'm going to go back to the manual and figure out the best way of doing that. I really appreciate your help.
Roger. Now, on the microphone, are you using the stock hand mic?
Correct.
Okay, you know that you should not work straight into that. You should put it to the side of your mouth and talk past it. Otherwise, you will have some problems with lip noise and all kinds of stuff. So you want to just pull that mic to the side of your face, almost touching your lips, but to the side, and just talk across it, Roger?
Okay, I'm doing that now. Can you tell a difference?
I'm sorry, try again?
Yeah, I'm talking... the mic instead of right into it.
Roger. What you might want to do is be looking at your ALC when you're trying to find exactly where you need to be, and it will be at a loud point. In other words, if you pull the mic back too far, you'll be losing volume. So it's a place just specific to the side of you, kind of towards the front, but to the side of your mouth, and where you have nice audio. Roger.
Okay, got the notes on all of that, and I'm trying right now.
Okay, now since you're using the hand mic, that hand mic is just a beautiful hand mic. I mean, it's you have to go a long ways. Most people just want to jerk the hand mics off and put desk mics on, and unfortunately, most of the desk mics are dynamic. And the problem is that the hand mic is a condenser, runs a condenser elements that has so much top-end articulation. It's just like I say, it's just a beautiful microphone for a hand mic, for any mic, and those that do replace it with a desk mic are going to have to crank in quite a bit of top-end EQ to make up for the articulation that the hand mic just has naturally. Roger. So the point would be, sir, if you ever thought about changing that hand mic, I would suggest getting a condenser desk mic. I would suggest getting a condenser desk mic for that 7300. That would just be perfect for you. And you get a foam windscreen to put on top of it. That's the one of the problems about, well, not really problem, but you just have to take into account that when you're running a condenser microphone, you probably should be running a windscreen with it. Roger, Roger. And it looks like we've run out of conditions. Mother Nature has decided that she's going to change the ballpark a little bit there. So let me say 3s for now, and maybe you can check in next Friday, and we'll compare notes about what you have been able to do with the notes that you took, and I'll be able to hear you and maybe work a little bit better situation with your audio. I think you're pretty close now, but just if you can check in next week, and we'll compare notes. This is KC9VKV and the Qso-Vlog network for Friday afternoon between 3:30 and 5 Eastern. If you've got a radio you want to check out, give us a call, KC9VKV.